First off, we believe education is everything. And this is not only that a child's future depends on a solid education, but also that lifelong love of learning and the skills that they can develop with confidence and with study skills and whatnot. Is really education is everything.
We also believe that learning should be personal. We all know that no two students are exactly alike, so they're going to learn in different ways and at different paces. So we develop personal learning plans that are unique to each student.
That's right. We really believe that great teachers inspire. And so this is not only that teachers are teaching, but also that they're really, again, fostering that love of learning for the children.
Technology accelerates learning. So we know that technology doesn't teach students, teachers do. However, we do blend great teaching with great technology to get the best results out of each student.
Well, the results do matter. So we truly believe that not only developing that love of learning and great teachers and technology, but the results really do matter. And we have over 30 years of great results with millions of students and counting. So like you mentioned at the beginning of the show, when we're thinking of buying backpacks and school supplies and whatnot for our students, we also need to consider what their needs are going into the new school year. And that part of that may be deciding on the right tutor for your child. And it does take it takes research to make an informed decision about the experience that will most impact your child's education and set them up for a future success. So what is Sylvan and what does Sylvan do and why are we different and more beneficial for your child? One, we're getting back to our teachers. Mm-hmm. And our teachers are certified teachers, meaning that they all hold a 4-year B.Ed. So they're not only experts in their particular subject area, but they also know how to teach students. And this is a very important thing because you can be an expert in your subject area, but you may not know how to teach other people about that subject area. Yeah. Well, all our teachers do. Yeah, so our student-teacher ratio is a 3-to-1. So so 3 students for up to 1 teacher. Mm-hmm. And so this means that every single student is getting their own individualized attention that at the table, and the teacher's always there to reinforce concepts, to teach new ones, to provide encouragement, getting back to confidence. And it also is with that scheduling where you can't just show up, obviously, at Sylvan and expect to have a teacher, because we do need to plan. We want to make sure that your child is getting exactly what they need when they come to Sylvan with the exact right teacher.
Yeah, so every single student at Sylvan is working on their own individualized program. And it makes such a huge difference because we know that each child has their own unique needs, and each of our program is based and geared towards those specific needs. So for example, students aren't working out of workbooks and maybe going over similar skills that they already know. Mm-hmm. Each thing that they're going over, they need to be learning, and once they've mastered that, we'll add additional skills based on their needs.
We have the broadest range of programs offered than any tutoring company. And that's because we offer all the way from not only grades, but actually the subjects that we offer. So we tutor students from kindergarten all the way up to university. And so we have lots of students that come from Sask Polytech or come from university to get some tutoring help. We also offer SAT prep, homework support in all areas, science, French, math, reading, writing, as well as a wide range of other courses that we can offer tutoring in.
It's basically our first step that we use for most of our programs. And basically it's an assessment of it's an assessment of standardized tests that provide us with a point A. Kind of lets us look at the student's strengths, but more importantly, the students' weaknesses, so that we can tailor a program that'll work on those weaknesses. And it really gives us, the staff, the family, a great view and insight into the student and the student's capabilities. It's really important for us because, again, it gives us our point A, and from there we can chart our point B. It's not everything. I know some people get a little concerned about diagnostic assessments. It's just one of our many tools that we use to help students.
Yeah, so we use iPads to help accelerate the learning process. Essentially, the technology keeps the students engaged continually throughout the entire session that they're there, mixes up activities, but also families can continue to learn at home with some of the great resources that we have. So mysylvan.com, where all students that come to Sylvan have access to that to give them extra resources at home. And then some really great apps, Sylvan Play apps. And these are apps that you can download on your phone or on a tablet. And I always tell parents, if you're looking for something extra to reinforce the concepts that we're learning at Sylvan, these are wonderful. If you're waiting for the doctor, you're waiting for, you're driving somewhere, you get them to play them for 15 minutes and kids love them.
Confidence is so important. We see it at Sylvan all the time where we have a child who's struggling in an area come into Sylvan, and certainly, understandably, their confidence isn't as high as it should be. But as we see them progress and grow and develop their skills, their confidence just soars. And now school isn't such a pain. It's actually enjoyable and fun to do.
At Sylvan, we have regular contact with parent. We don't just say, okay, enroll your student and we'll never talk to you again. That's not the way that we do it. We want to make sure that we're continually having contact with the parents. And this is through regular meetings that we set up every month for the parents. So you don't have to come to me, I come to you and make sure that you're always keeping informed. But mysylvan.com is also another way in between those meetings to just double check to see how your student is doing at Sylvan, so you can actually see the progress in real time.
We definitely do. Sylvan's really willing to work with a student's school, and we love to, because we want that full transparency, and we want to understand how we can help a student even better. So it's great to sort of monitor success at the school and also at Sylvan. But definitely we have that open dialogue with the school, the parents, the family, and the student in order to increase the likelihood of success. We understand that parents and students alike have crazy schedules between, school and sports and other activities. So we try and do our best to accommodate the lifestyle and the schedule of a student and a parent. So really, they'll come in, they'll tell us what they're available for, and we'll work with them around their schedule.
Yeah, our STEM programs, STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. And really, STEM is one of those it words in the education world these days, just because, and I know, again, we've discussed this so many times on this program, is that there's lots of proof to show the STEM jobs are going to be the most in-demand jobs of the next generation. And so really, this is the time for parents to introduce the child to certain coding and robotics and engineering skills that will be very useful for a job. But not only that, they're just really fun camps the kids love, and they don't even necessarily know that they're learning so much, or learning these words like gears and pulleys, but they're really they're learning with hands-on and approach. And I know I have a lot of parents that phone and say, you know what, my kids are just not interested really in sports. And
what
do you have? And so we say, well, robotics and game design. We have lots of people that go, yes, my kid is. That's right up my kid's alley with video gaming. So this is one of those great things that is an extracurricular activity for your students, and it's designed exactly like a sports would be, or a music class, where it is set times. So unlike our tutoring programs, but
we do, yeah. We've got a center in Warman operating out of the Legend Center Monday and Wednesday. So we've got the same great programs and teachers, but at a convenient location for people that live around that area. Our main center is now located at 140 502 Wellman Crescent, with easy access from all areas of the city.